Okay, what is up, people? I'm kind of out here. I'm just like, let's make some commentary video because you know what? That's what people like. They like commentary. So we're just gonna talk, and it's gonna be a video. I don't care if you want to watch or not because it's a video, and I'm gonna make it. I don't really know what to talk about. Like, I don't want to keep it more roller coaster related, but I do want to talk about something to do with Lost Lands. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with Lost Lands, but it's a like bass music dubstep festival that I went to 2 weeks ago, as of today. Um, so, and I'm just gonna have some Nomes 2 gameplay, just because I'm actually recording this and talking at the same time, because I don't really have a very reliable video editor as of right now. So, we out here just using that DirectX on recording, but it works, in my opinion, pretty good. Anyway, I don't know what the name of this park. Okay, cool. I don't know. Kind of just like, let's talk about, if any of y'all know me, or knew me, I should say, y'all know I really like gerstlauer, and I feel like that's a very unpopular opinion. Um, so I kind of want to talk about that because it's just like I feel like I need to discuss. I like talking about things I like, so we're gonna talk about gerstlauer. And what better thing to do than make a gerstlauer after talking about this? Excuse me for naming all my things like extremely outlandish things, just because I don't know, I'm weird. But so gerstlauer, um, I just good rides, uh, and they really do me justice for what I like to see in a ride. Like, I really like a ride that's kooky and weird. Like, I love just seeing a coaster that just does its own thing. You know what I mean? Like, they're just crazy and strange, and I just love that. I'm sounding really, really sexual. It's not okay. I promise you, I'm not as weird as this guy's in like TLC or whatever. Like, I'm not strange. Okay, sorry if I seem like that. But I don't know. It's just kind of what I needed. It's just something to support my weirdness. Like, for example, when I first created my Instagram account back in like 2013, my first one that is, and a lot of things have happened. It was gerstlauer guy, because I was like, oh, gerstlauer is so nice. I sound extremely sexual, and I'm very sorry. But it's okay. It's fine. It's all fine. But I don't know. I don't even know why I'm talking about gerstlauer. Honestly, I was like, I want to make a video. And now we're just sitting here talking about gerstlauer pointlessly. Um. Anyway, I guess the next like thing I want to talk about would be Lost Lands, which some of you um may follow or keep up with. But I went this year, 2018. It was awesome. I only got to go for one day, which really sucked, honestly. Like, I would have loved to gone more, but with college and everything, I could not have gone more. But so I'm happy I got to go. I got to see Space Laces. I love Space Laces. Ian, if for whatever reason you're watching this, I love you. uh, that's not a very. That's not. Never mind. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but uh, there's just I've been seeing though a lot of just general controversy revolving around Lost Lands. If y'all even kept minor track of it, two people actually died at this festival, which sucks. Like, I mean, I don't think it's something to be taken lightly. Obviously, people are gonna die. It's not okay. Like, that's not something to be taken lightly. But I don't really want to cover that just because that's a very dark topic. I feel like a lighter discussion really could handle. But I feel like focusing more on people that do dumb things at festivals, I should say. Um, when it comes to when you go to a festival, I think I'm all for having fun and having a great time. And if you require drugs or other things to do that, I mean that you do you. But it really just sucks to see so many people take this above and beyond and just like go so far and just are passing out and just not having a good time because they went too far with what they're doing, and it's just like, man, that really just sucks to see that. And I don't have a script. Rambling, so please excuse my extremely bad rambling, but it's okay. Anyway, back to the subject at hand. There was people who got stuff stolen from them, people who were poisoned from other people giving them food. I was offered a grilled cheese sandwich for someone. Um, and I just was like, we were, me and one of my friends were there, and I was just like, this is that's suspicious. We didn't eat the grilled cheese. If we did, we would have been probably drugged. There was supposedly uh cocaine laced with like some other drug. And it's just like, oh, okay, like that's all right. That is something intense. Like I don't know. For me, coming from when I came from, like kind of the background and environment I came from, drugs in general is just a very like odd thing for me. Like just I don't know. I'm not into it. I don't recommend it. um, most I've really been exposed to is like weed, and just because that I go to the skate park and I ride my scooter. Yeah, I scooter. Super. If you ride your scooter, if you ride scooters, comment. I guess. Looking at you, Calvin. Oh, no, in all serious though. It's just something odd for me. It's just like, man, how do people bring themselves to do these things? But you know what? If that's what you do you. I'm not gonna judge you. Um, and that is one thing that's great about Lost Land is you're very encouraged to be who you are at this park, not this park, this event. And why does this node do that? Okay. Um, and it's just nice to see people like in their element. You know what I mean? It's great just to know people are really being open and true to themselves. There. Um, that being said, some negative things may come out of this. Uh, People were complaining about the noise in the local area, which doesn't surprise me, and I feel like it is kind of dumb. It's like, okay, you're living next to a music venue. Um, that's your own fault. But it's just your own fault. Like, if you don't want noise, don't live next to a venue. Like, I'm sorry if that offends you, but it's your own fault. um, Also, to anybody. Oh no, this is another thing I wanted to cover on this. Like, kind of like the people that were living around there. Now, I don't think the whole sound thing is justified as far as like how people are complaining about that. I guess I really need to figure out what I'm going to talk about before I do these kind of things, just because I don't know. I sound like a rambling idiot. Of course, my undo buttons aren't working. But there was actually apparently like reports of people just showing up, like just coming up on like people's like porches and stuff, just naked. It's like, oh, okay, which is and that is something I could understandably see someone get mad about, because I mean, I don't think I would like I don't want someone just appear on my porch one morning completely naked from what you know is the festival that was going on, and I think that's a little bit too much. Like I can see what people are going to complain about that, but it also comes on the same token. It's like these are also people that are like hammering themselves with drugs. Like if you're gonna do that, please, 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 please be responsible about it, because you don't want to wind up like that, or even worse, like dying, because obviously some of that did happen, and it's just really scary to think about that that kind of thing happens. Um, so, and there's also a lot of people that are just saying, "Oh, I don't want to go back to Lost Lands ever again. It was terrible. Really, just it was awful because people were just all sorts of reasons." Um, no, I will say I'm kind of going into this video a little bit uneducated on people and what they're saying. So all my general information is probably going to be kind of off, just because I haven't done what I would consider appropriate research on the topic, which I should try and do, but right now, it's just something I don't like. I just like to talk about things. So here we are talking about things, like, I guess. Um, so I don't know. I don't know what else to talk about. Lost Lands, just in general, was awesome. Definitely would like to go back next year. I don't know if I will. I kind of want to try another festival. Um, but I will say, actually, here's another note. I went to a show last night to go see Megalodon and Figure. That was actually awesome. I wasn't able to stay for all of Figure because it got to be like almost 1 in the morning, and we still had to drive 2 hours back to our campus. That was not an enjoyable experience. I fell asleep, and my friend had to wake me up by like slamming on the brakes and telling me there was a bear in the road, which there wasn't, obviously, but it worked. um, so I don't know if I'm ever in the car with you. I really, that sounds really, really weird. If I'm ever asleep in the car with you and you need me to wake up, just get my adrenaline going. I'll wake up immediately. Oh, this drop looks terrible. I'm really bad at making Eurofighter drops, which is really funny because, like, I just I love them, but I can't make them. I generally like to stick to more of an Infinity Coaster style launch. Um, launch coasters in general, I don't know. I just have never been good at making lift hills. Um, does that look better? Is that beyond vertical? Yes, it is. Okay, that's all we need is beyond vertical, and it becomes the Eurofighter. We're just gonna. Why are none of my shortcut? Why does it? When I'm recording, it does not let me use like any of my shortcuts for some reason. I don't know why, but it's really, really frustrating. Oh, that is. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Let's actually make some of this coaster. Um, what else do I have to talk about? I don't really know. Um, I don't know. I feel like I'm just gonna work on this coaster because when I'm talking, I have a tendency to make coasters a little bit better and more. I don't want to say efficiently, but if I'm just rambling on about something, I don't know. Should I do like reviews of roller coaster vlogger videos? I think that'd be kind of funny. Like just like really just lighthearted reviews. Well, because the reason why I say this is because I just watched. I felt like in the video making mood because I was watching some of Coaster Bot's videos, and he makes good content. So I'm just like, oh, this is good. um, such a vague way of describing things. Why am I like this? um. Okay, so we'll just do like a little fun review thing, I guess, of Coaster Bots. So I decided to watch the Heidi Park video he did with Coaster Studios, Coaster Kids, and Ohio Valley Coasters. Just like the vlog, and I was like, I don't know, it was fun. I will say it was a little clickbaity, just because of the fact that I was expecting there to be a lot more of a focus on the slides, because I don't know why. No, I do know why. I really like slides because when I was a kid, I loved trains and I love slides. When people ask me why do you like roller coasters so much, that's what I tell them. It's like I like trains and I like slides. Wait, what happens when you put those things together? You get a roller coaster. Like, I'm sorry if you want to argue with me, that is what you get. Like, you get a roller coaster when you put slides and trains together. Like, it just is. It just is the existence of it. So slides, they're just fun. You just go down. It's just like a little non-thrilling roller coaster. I mean, it's thrilling, I guess, especially if like you're a kid. You know, I think slides gotta be lit. Oh man, I wish I remember what I thought. How like I thought slides were when I was younger. Oh, that is 5 miles an hour now. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, we wanted to be 5 miles an hour, not 7. I don't know. I always liked slides as a kid. My parents always told me it's like, yeah, there's two things you always really like: slides and trains. Um, I think that actually is kind of a good, interesting thing. It's just kind of how I got into everything. All the topics are all over the place. Nothing's covered well. I'm really sorry. I'm gonna try and do more of these. And I feel like these are just videos. If you're just bored, just watch them. Put them on the back. I don't even care if you're just I don't even like. I don't know. I don't care if you're just watching this in the background for background noise. For white noise to put your children to sleep. I don't know why they would like my voice to sleep too. That's really creepy. um, but I don't know. I'm rambling. Okay, let's go with let's do something that I can actually explain because I've actually told the story to people a few times. Is like why I'm into coasters, what happened, why I'm so into designing them, making them, just in general, because I've always been a big K'NEX fan. Oh, that's gonna be a spicy. Let's see here. What are the G-force? Oh my. I might change this to infinity just so I don't feel bad about people's shoulders. Well, granted, that being said, there's Mystery Mine with that little like bump right after the dive loop. It's just a yeet you out of your seat, bro. Okay. Anyway, story, I guess. um, a lot of this kind of comes from my parents as well, just because of what they've told me. They're like, yeah, when you were younger, you really just loved trains and you really like slides as well. I remember explicitly going to like a Thomas the Tank Engine thing where they had him like on the train tracks. It was the coolest thing ever. But then I got stung by a bee, and I was like, I don't like this anymore. And I wanted to leave. And there was people with like the coolest like train track things, and oh, it was great. um, basically, so when that's one example. I always liked little wooden train tracks. I've always liked slides. I still like slides, which sounds really weird. I don't know. I like seeing playgrounds like these slides. This just sounds super weird. Like, I'm really sorry, but like, I'm meaning all this in the most non-weird, like, strange way possible, I guess. But it's just, see, I'm just weird. I'm weird like gerstlauers are weird. I'm weird like the stupid bump here that should not exist. Um, I mean, it shouldn't exist, but it does. Okay, well, there's kind of like how the roller coaster thing started. I have not displayed anything on this channel when it comes to K'NEX. On my older channel, I used to run, which I didn't abandon. I still use it just as my general usage channel, and I use this Dark Sludge channel as my upload channel. Um, but I have K'NEX videos on there. If y'all are interested in that, I can provide links. But I don't want to do it if nobody cares, because it's not going to do anybody any good if nobody cares. So what happened with the K'NEX is when I was younger, I want to say like 7 or 8, I was at a store called AC Moore. I don't know if any of y'all have heard of it, but it's this like arts and crafts store similar to Michael's. If y'all know what Michael's is, I looked up on the top shelf, and what was there? There was the box, the Screaming Serpent, and I was like, Mom, I need this. And she said, okay, maybe for Christmas. And I'm like, no, I need it now. But that's just me being a kid because, you know, aren't all kids just greedy little evil creatures? Okay, no, some kids are actually really cool. So I'm talking about like the pamper kids, I guess. Um, Snapchat's being very slow. Yeah, I'm constantly like on my phone as well. I'm doing this. So I apologize for my complete addiction to my phone, but it's fine. I think. Um. Anyway, so connects, and then when I was there, well, on Christmas Day, I should say. On Christmas Day, I open it. There it is. It's the Screaming Serpent. I'm just like, whoa, this is so cool. It was honestly like crazy for me that I had this roller coaster that you could make, and my little nimble self had no idea what to do with it. Um, because I was young and just quite simply didn't have the skill or knowledge to be able to like build this thing. So my sister, I love my sister so much. She swooped in and she built the entire thing for me. She locked herself in my room and built it. Wouldn't let me in until it was done. So yeah, I'm a pretty great sister. So she built that for me. Um, I remember a while later, I actually pulled the set back out and built that by myself. Like this was years later. It's like I did it on my own. I was so proud of myself. um, and I really think that's what really kind of fed the whole roller coaster obsession thing. Um, man, it's just roller coasters have fed a lot of my just why I like things now. Like I don't know if y'all remember a while, long time ago when Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 had this trend of what they called hybrid coasters, which are very different from the RMCs we see today and the classic arrows like Gemini. Um, but they were basically like these obnoxious launch coasters with all these like block brakes and hold brakes for like no apparent reason. They were just there to hold the train and this like absolute like insane amount of like supports for absolutely no reason besides just scenery value. It is really it. I don't know. I really like them. They always use like trance classics, and I I always was into trance since then, but I never knew what it was. Um, they would always have similar. They would always have like similar kind of music on all of them, and I never knew what to call it. And when my sister would watch like runway shows, it had similar music. It was a lot more minimalistic, but it was still similar music. So I wound up calling this um fashion show music. uh yeah, it's really dumb, but you know it's okay. Um, there's a bug in my room. Go away. But roller coasters very well gave me my taste of music too, which is really interesting to think about. Um, so when it comes to the actual music though, like I don't really know how dubstep happened. I'm very much more of a bass head now than I am a trance person. Especially like I'm not into the new trance. I'm not a big fan of it. It's very generic and I just didn't really but I never really knew it was actually 90s or like just classic trance until more recently, which is surprising to me. I feel like I should have known about it like earlier, but I didn't. But it's fine. I know what it is now. For a while, I actually thought it was hardstyle, which got me into hardstyle, um, which is a very Dutch genre of music, which I don't know, hardstyle. I'm listening to hardstyle right now as I'm recording this video. Um, oh my, we're gonna be having a which we call it the type of if y'all have been on Tennessee Tornado giant spiral loop. I think that's what it's called. I don't know why I cannot remember that. Dolly was one of my home parks too. I don't know. It got me into hardstyle. Where did dubstep come from? Like, I'm really just trying to think what got me. I really don't know what happened with dubstep. Like, another factor, I guess, when it comes to music is like my parents never exposed me to any kind of music besides stuff I didn't like. So I never really listened to pop or anything. I just never got into that. So I guess that's how that works. Um, okay, this looks pretty good. I don't know. I just got into dubstep. I started listening to Excision like when I got my iPad, my very first like electronic device, and I was just like, this is dope. Like, it was awesome. Like the really old school Excision, like the Subsonic album, whatever it was called. I remember when Swaggo was pretty big and new and fresh, and I don't know. I didn't really like Swaggo that much, but looking back on it, it's actually it bangs. So you know, it's fine. I know I made a coaster completely based off of the tracks Subsonic. Um, with the it was my first coaster with like a lot of heavy 3DS, but all of it was garbage, like literal trash. um, so that's how that worked. That's actually on my original channel as well. Um, so why is this looking like SpongeBob? uh, I guess this could be classified as a let's play, but I'm not gonna call it one just because I don't feel like making a nice little thumbnail. Also, if you guys watched the Mauer Stone let's play, I'm not continuing that. If the ghost may reappear in a video like this though, so no, I'm not actually gonna officially title anything as a let's play anymore, just because I don't know. I just want to make titles. I don't know. I'm so new to like just making content, just in general, just because I was never able to do it at home because our Wi-Fi was horrible. But now that I'm like at college where there's good Wi-Fi, I can just do it whenever I want, and it's great. It's 12:30 at night, and I'm out here recording a video. And I don't know if you guys are noticing this, but on the drop there's this really awkward like pump. I don't know how to describe it. Hold on. Let me just reset this and get back on that ride view. See this up left hill. So okay, coming over the top, right? Sim down to 0.25. So it pulls down, but right like it feels like it goes straight there for a second, which is really weird. I don't know about you, but that's everything feels really pumpy. I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end the video there. So if you guys like to listen to me ramble, um, click that like button, I guess. Um, there's definitely be more of these videos just because it's easy content for me. Because, like I said, I don't really have a very reliable video editor as of right now. I do have one. It's on a disc though, which is in my car, which is in a parking lot. That takes not a lot of effort to get to, but it's a drag to go to my car. Just because it's really far away from my dorm. But anyway, that being said, I will talk to you guys in the next episode if anybody actually ever watches this. And if you watch the whole way through, I congratulate you. Comment something below. Comment just extremely inverting tangerines, I guess. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Goodbye.